Hello gamers, welcome back to the Red is Great channel, where today we'll be talking about the election of 2000 in our election analysis series. So the goal for the series is to go through every election in American history, and we'll talk about some scenarios and just go over the results and such. So today, the election of 2000, an interesting election. The election where literally Al Gore won literally any state he could have won. So let's go ahead and start this video, I guess. So first, let's go ahead and do some reading. Where I go to my favorite source, Wikipedia. I know it's not the best source, but I mean, yeah. So, election of 2000, George Bush versus Al Gore. Gore won the popular vote. Excuse me. And here's the election map for all you guys wondering. Very interesting one. So let's look at this and go over this. Let's do some research. A basic summary. So both major party candidates focused primarily on domestic issues such as the budget, tax relief, and reforms for the federal social insurance programs, although foreign policy was not ignored. So bad thing for Gore, the no-no scandal happened. You know, Monica Lewinsky. Republicans denounced Clinton's indiscretions, while Gore criticized Bush's lack of experience. And we didn't know the actual result for all. Bush won Florida by 537 votes. Literally, this is probably the easiest election I'm going to do in this series. So yeah, let's go look at this. He won 11 states that have voted Democratic in 1996. Arkansas, Arizona, Florida, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, Ohio, Tennessee, and West Virginia. The weirdest combination ever of states that he flipped. So, let's go ahead and go over to the results. With the exception of Florida and Gore's home state of Tennessee, Bush carried the southern states by comfortable margins. Also won Ohio, Indiana, most of the rural Midwest farming states, most of the Rocky Mountain states, and Alaska. And yeah. Oregon and New Mexico were extremely close, but the election came down to Florida. So, I mean, this is just the easiest election I could have done. So, and you know, the Florida recount happened, but that's not really going to be too important for this. Election results by county, results by congressional district, you know, the normal stuff. So here's what we're doing. Most of these close states Gore won, which is very weird. So anyways, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to look at some of the results. The one the most likely that could happen is, wrong button. Florida goes to the Democrats. Gore wins. That's the most likely. That's very much likely. But another one is actually Gore wins his home state of Tennessee and wins the election. Tennessee, blue Tennessee, what? Are you insane? Yes. Let's look at the margin. 3-point margin for Tennessee. That is very close. Then you know, it kind of goes up and such. So, anyways, could have won Tennessee. He was no Bill Clinton. He could not. The South was no longer competitive after 2000. The 90s was the last time it was competitive. Another state that could have happened is George Bush. He could have won New Mexico and Oregon. Oregon? Again, let's go back to the results. That margin is so small that it's not even funny. Wisconsin, weirdly enough, as well. It's mostly white state, you know. That. So I wouldn't be surprised if I saw something like this. 294. He flips a lot of states, which just would be a crushing defeat. The South was no longer competitive. They lost Florida. The Rust Belt. It looked like they're starting to wane, but the most likely result is Florida goes red. Virginia was red at this time. New Hampshire was still pretty red, along with, well, Maine's districts are weird. I don't have to worry about that. California was actually only won by Gore by 9 points, I'm pretty sure. All of these states are really close, so, I mean, this election is so easy to do, it's not even funny. But to summarize it, the most likely outcome is Gore wins Florida, and he wins the election by a very tight margin. But, yeah, that's kind of it for this. A very interesting result that could happen. But anyways, the next video we'll be talking about is some of the elections in American history that I'm going to cover quickly and easily. I'm just going to make 3 or 4 of them just to get it out the way. But anyways, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.